If you've ever created a new world in Minecraft, you may notice that new worlds can be slow. Case in point, when you first create a world, you'll notice a number of problems as you're first walking around in the world. For example, I can see through holes in the world with some chunk errors and different things over here. I'm getting some lag issues and some frame rate. And the reason that these things happen is because when you first create a world, Minecraft has to generate all of the new chunks from whatever world seed it is that you're using, whether it be a random seed or a seed that you've specified. And as a result, it takes both a lot of CPU and a lot of disk access for Minecraft to actually generate these new chunks and then to save them to disk. And that can slow things down. That can be bad both from the point of view of if you're someone like me who likes to make Minecraft videos. You don't want to have all of these annoying video artifacts where you keep seeing through the world and have to hit F3 and A to reload the chunks in front of you. And you also don't want to be, for example, fighting some monsters or even just trying to kill some animals like sheep and end up with lag spikes that all of a sudden get you into trouble. If you're fighting a creeper and all of a sudden you hit a lag spike as you were generating new chunks, that would not be fun. And so in this video, I'm going to show you a way that you can pre-generate a large section of the world so that as a result, Minecraft will create all the chunks beforehand, and then when you go around playing in the world, you don't have the chunk generation performance lag. So let's see how to do that. So I'm back on the world generation screen. We're going to go to more world options and say allow cheats on, and then create a new world. The reason that we've got allow cheats on is because we're going to use command blocks to do some magic here in Minecraft. And so, since I've got allow cheats on, I can say game mode 1 in order to put my character in creative mode, where you can do things like double tap the spacebar and fly around. And I can also go into my inventory and get things like a redstone block. And I can type a command, give @p command underscore block. This is in the snapshot, and so that'll give me a command block. And I can set this command block down on the ground. For this trick that I'm going to show you to work, you'll need some open sky directly above the command block, so we're okay in this position. I'm going to right-click on the command block to interact with it, and I am going to paste in a gigantic command, and this command will be available, you'll see in the description of this video, a link of where you can go get the command. So I'm going to paste it into the command block, and then I'm going to set down a redstone block or a redstone torch next to the command block for just a moment in order to have the command block start doing its thing. And it is going to do a ton of stuff. This one command block is going to spawn a bunch of redstone and other command blocks that's then going to build an entire device up in the sky over there that you just saw for a minute. And then it says, please wait for a few minutes while you're teleported and the map generates. Map pre-generator by Lorgon 111. You'll be teleported back to 0, 0. If I hit T, I can bring this back up when the process is complete. And so now basically we can just look up at the sky, and on the bottom you will see that we start getting teleported around the map between -1,000, -1,000, and +1,000, +1,000, going kind of 100 blocks at a time. And I'm not going to go into full detail in terms of what I did in order to make this happen. It's quite contrived, and it took me a long time to figure out, but basically we had a command block build a bunch of other command blocks, as well as a redstone contraption with hoppers and comparators and redstone repeaters and different things that basically set up a bunch of commands that kind of work in a loop and will repeatedly teleport the player around the map 100 blocks at a time, and kind of starting at -1,000, -1,000, and each time he crosses the 1,000 border, it'll then kind of like move on to the next row of the map. And so over time, and you'll have to just, walk away from the computer for 10 minutes or something while this happens, your player will be teleported all around the map. And the benefit is Minecraft is now generating the chunks in all of these regions of the map. And so as a result, all these chunks are going to get generated. We're going to use all the CPU in order to do all of the intense generation for the terrain generation that Minecraft does. And we are going to then go and save the chunks to disk as we exit the chunks. And you'll notice once I reached 1,000, all of a sudden I teleported back to -1,000 on the z-axis, and things start going again. As you move forward, the progress gets a little bit faster, but in any case, this is going to take a while, so I'm going to go ahead and make a cut here, and I'll see you guys when we're finishing up. All right, it's 6 or 7 minutes later on my machine, and the process should be finishing up very shortly here. It sometimes overshoots a little bit, and we'll do a few extra things, but basically, yes, teleported Brian to 0, 255, 0. And so now I am back at the center of the map, and things are all done. And so at this point, if I want to, I can simply drop back down. Oh wow, the center of the map is an ocean. Okay, that's not necessarily the best place to be right now. Let's go ahead and place a bunch of redstone blocks just so I have somewhere to stand, maybe. All right, there's some land over here. We'll just fly over here in creative mode. But basically, I'm back at the center of the map, and so now if I wanted to go back and just, start this off as a new survival world, I could do just that. I can simply kind of discard a couple of blocks here in my inventory that I don't need, and I can say game mode 0 to go back into survival, as well as time set 0 in order to set it as though I was just starting the game in the morning, and then just start playing normal Minecraft, except for now, all of the terrain has already been pre-generated, and as a result, I'm going to experience far fewer chunk errors and lag and different kinds of things that you typically get from a new world. And just to go ahead and kind of prove that we've generated all of these chunks, I'm going to show you what happens when we use an external mapping tool called Cartograph G that shows us what this particular Minecraft world looks like simply by inspecting the saved chunks that are already on disk. And so let's go take a look at that. And so here it is. Here's just a quick render of the world that I just did using a tool, Cartograph G. You can kind of see around the very edges, the borders, it's a little bit choppy, and over in the top right, there's a space where we ended up kind of generating a few extra chunks kind of outside of 1,000. But in any case, we've got basically a 2,000 by 2,000 map here that's kind of centered around 0, 0 that's already been generated. Turns out that this is mostly an ocean world. Don't know that this would be a particularly interesting or fun world to do Minecraft in to get things started, but there you go. We've automatically generated a world using a single command block. To be clear, there are a number of other ways that you can kind of generate worlds in Minecraft up front. One is to use mods. There are a number of mods, especially server-side mods like Bucket and different things that have ways that let you pre-generate a section of the world. And so that's one strategy that you could use, but it requires kind of the know-how and the setup to have those mods going, whereas this technique is completely 100% vanilla Minecraft, and so you don't need any mods. And of course, the other way is you can just walk around or fly around the world beforehand in creative mode, for example, and that's another way that you can generate chunks. The thing with that is both, A, it takes a bit of time to do the flying around, or even if you're going to teleport around manually, or to walk around, and it kind of spoils the fun, because as you fly around or walk around, you see a fair bit of the world. And so, for example, if there was a desert pyramid right over that hill, I'd find out about it when I was flying around the world, in order to just kind of explore things to get the chunks generated in the first place. And so the advantage of this technique that I'm showing you today is basically it will generate all the chunks for you, and you don't have to see anything, because you can just look at the sky and everything automatically happens for you, so you don't have to spoil any of the surprises. So that's basically it. Just to summarize, we created a device with a single command block that will create another redstone device that will then teleport the player all around the map, so that chunks get loaded, and then teleport the player back to 0, 0 so that they're in the center of the generated chunks. And just to show off one other thing, I went ahead and killed myself so that I'll respawn back at the spawn point, and the spawn point is always not always near 0, 0. In this case, it's some 200 blocks out. But my spawn point was over here, and so where I originally set down the command block was somewhere right around here, and you'll notice the command block isn't here before, and none of the redstone in the sky is here either. Basically, after activating the device and after completing the teleport around the map, all of the command blocks completely disappear. They erase themselves from existence, and so it's like, you never know it was there. We're just ready to start a new map. My name is Brian, aka Dr. Lorgon 111, and so I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and this particular technique with command blocks for pre-generating maps. I have some other redstone command blocks and scoreboard tutorials, and so if you want to see a playlist of those, definitely check the description of this video. I also do Minecraft Let's Plays and play some other games too, like Spelunky and Rogue Legacy, so if you want to check those out, feel free to subscribe to the channel. In any case, I hope you liked this video, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye-bye!